Welcome. My name is Nate Krampe. I'm a certified financial planner and wealth advisor, and today I want to talk about something that is actually newer, so to speak, and something that many of you may not have heard about. They're called qualified opportunity zones and qualified opportunity funds. And what I've titled this white paper is that this is the latest way to do well by doing good. So here are a couple of key takeaways so you can understand a little bit more about what this is. So at the heart of it, qualified opportunity zones were basically enacted by the 2017 overhaul of our tax code. And this is a way for private money to come in and help revitalize communities. So they've given, the federal government has given very generous tax incentives to do this, and that's what I really want to focus on here. So the qualified opportunity funds are ones that invest into those zones. So they invest into properties in selected economically distressed communities that have been targeted for job creation and overall economic development. So at the heart of it, like I said, this is something to revitalize our communities and bring them up, and it's taking the private sector to do that. So the government has given some very specific tax incentives, and where I have for our key takeaways here, it says these funds can potentially enable you to defer or significantly reduce your taxable capital gains from the sale of appreciated assets. Last key takeaway, holding a qualified opportunity fund for at least 10 years, and you may not be taxed at all on the appreciation of the fund when the fund is ultimately sold. So again, these are brand new. So this is at the heart of the legislation, at the heart of the tax bill, that you actually potentially could defer and also potentially not pay tax on the capital gains that you've incurred. So let's take a look at this a little bit more. Let's kind of go back into what this is about. So at the heart of it is to spark economic growth. And how they do that is really by having you invest into these qualified zones and use that money to revitalize the community. So the big tax incentives, the ones that they've given you. At the heart of it, we can defer capital gains from taxable assets. So what this is saying that whether we have appreciated assets, real estate, or even say like artwork, you are allowed to sell the property, put the money into one of these qualified opportunity funds, and then from there you can defer the capital gains tax on the sale of that original property. Now that's at the heart of it, and even the growth, they have stipulations for either 5 years or 10 years of maybe you could even reduce your capital gains exposure even more or possibly eliminate it. So that's where it comes down to. You can possibly reduce the gains or eliminate it. This is all in the white paper that I have here, just kind of as an overview of this investment. So that's a little bit about kind of what I've done here. Next thing to know is that I have a couple case studies I've put in here. One's for the business owner. Second one is for the real estate investor. And then the third one would be for art collectors and all the ways that they can work with these opportunity zones while still being able to do what they're doing with the artwork, real estate, selling off investable assets, things like that. So last point that I wanted to bring up here, what is your next step? Your action step. I've talked through a lot. If you would like a copy of this white paper, I can definitely send it to you. Please email me and I can definitely send this information out to you. Outside of that, the next step you should take is to think through if this is something that you potentially could be benefiting from and reach out to your financial advisor and talk through this a little bit more. If you have questions, again, you can email me. My link is attached. Otherwise, you can definitely call me as well, and we can definitely talk through this a little bit more. So now that you know, you have some great opportunities with the 2017 tax bills. Go out, take advantage of it, and have a great day.